Good morning. It's Sunday morning and it's really dark still. It's weigh-in day though. Yeah, weigh-in day. Um, Man, it has been a pretty good week. Everything went as I planned it, and I noticed something last night, but I'm trying not to think about it today because, you know, when you have expectations and you stand on the scale, that's when everything goes wrong, right? So I'm really trying not to have expectations this morning. I'm really, really trying. But the yesterday, so like pants these days, right? Even if they're like something like you would wear that is more like so it's not really necessarily like athletic shorts or something like that, but you're buying like a pair of khakis or a pair of jeans or whatever. It seems like the waist at least has some stretch to it. And the one thing I noticed is, so I have these khaki shorts that I put on yesterday because we were going to my mother-in-law's to celebrate my wife's birthday yesterday. So I put on these khaki shorts, and every other time, so I'm wearing a size 38 waist, right, at this point. And every time I put them on, it always feels like I'm pulling against the stretch. So there's no reason to believe that in my mind, because if it's a size 38 pant, right, and I'm pulling to use the stretch, that really I'm more probably between a 42 and a 38. Really, I'm right like in the middle somewhere. But yesterday, when I put those pants on, I noticed that every 4 or 5 steps or whatever, I was tugging upward on them, like they were falling. And so my guess is I'm not using the same amount of stretch anymore, or if any at all, because there were a couple times I went to the bathroom where the pants were kind of falling to the point where it was less effort to just let them fall to the floor than it was to unbutton and then or unzip or whatever. It was just less effort to do that, but they actually with a little bit of a push they fell to the floor, kind of a thing, which wasn't happening before. So I tell you all that to tell you I'm really trying hard not to have expectations this morning of the idea, because I am, as we speak, 1.8 pounds away from Wonderland, from being able to say the first number in my weight starts with a 1, probably for the first time since 3rd grade. This is my estimation, right? Because I have events in 5th, 6th grade, 7th grade that all point to scale numbers, right? And they're traumatic events, and you don't ever forget the traumatic events, right? But I definitely do not have any events in my life, in my memory, that attach me to a weight that started with a 1. So all I can do is try to do some math of, okay, well, if this happened in 6th grade, and this happened in 5th grade, and this happened in 4th grade, whatever, this must have happened in 3rd grade, right? So, I mean, you could only assume at this point, right? That's really all there is to it. I'm just assuming. But whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. And I'm trying not to have expectations today to step on the scale, because when we go to the scale with expectations, typically it leads to nothing but disappointment. So trying not to, oh man, sprinklers. Okay. Trying not to have expectations, right? Because that's the last thing I need, is to be disappointed by a weigh-in. And typically I have disappointments when I expect something but get another thing, right? And so that's That's why I try so hard not to have expectations. But that's where I'm actually cutting my walk off early today. Having some pain go down. So my pain this morning started in my calf, right? So I thought there was something up with my calf. And so I woke up this morning and thinking like, oh, it's not so bad, no big deal, I can go for a walk. So I went for a walk, and there's just sprinklers over here. I'm just gonna go back this way and skip the sprinklers. But anyway, so yeah, the pain was just presenting in my calf. And I said, oh, I woke up this morning and said, it's not so bad, I can go for the walk. And so I went for the walk. Basically, when I went for the walk, and as I walked, the pain wasn't only in the calf anymore. The pain was showing up in my foot, like my whole foot was in pain. And then the whole bottom, from the knee down was in pain. And now as we speak, everything from let's say like the hip down is in pain on my right leg. So I typically go around this circle 3 times on a Saturday morning, and it ends up being like between 6 and 7 miles, going around 3 times and then coming home. Somewhere in there, in that range. But today I got around only once, and the pain had essentially gotten really bad, and I said, all right, I got to cut the walk short today. But the good news is I had already gotten my 5 walks in this week, so technically today could have been a rest day, so it's not a big deal that it's being cut short. So yeah, just got the 4 walks in, or 5 walks in as of yesterday. So yesterday typically would, either Thursday or Friday is typically the second rest day of the week, and neither of them ended up being rest days. So I don't have to worry about it. This is like a bonus walk, and I'm just hoping that the pain subsides so that when I walk tomorrow, it's good to go. Anyway, so those are the things going through my head this morning. Trying not to have expectations, and trying to figure out, and really, if it's the whole leg at this point, I'm pretty sure it's my back, so I'll have to do some stretches or whatever, and maybe take some Advil. But that's about it. That's what's going on. But like I say to you guys every week, the work got done. I checked the boxes off the list, and the scale doesn't guarantee a result just because you check the boxes. You check the boxes because it's your job to check the boxes. Some people are accountants, some people are plumbers, some people are electricians. You have a job, right? So every day, whether you feel like it or not, you show up to work and you check the boxes of your job. You do what's required every single day. And because you won't be getting paychecks for very long if you don't check those boxes, right? And if a lot of people started seeing their journey the same way, the paycheck is the result you're looking for, right? And if you're not checking the boxes, you don't deserve the paycheck. And that's also and the one thing different is, just because you check the boxes once doesn't guarantee you a paycheck in this world, right? You have to do it consistently. Checking the boxes every day, consistently, day in, day out. Then all of a sudden, you're 1.8 pounds away from Wonderland, and wondering, wow, what changed in 6.5 years? I wish that feeling for everyone. It's Saturday. Whatever you're doing today, enjoy yourselves. I love each and every one of you. God bless you all.